Ok, ¿qué tal amigos de Geeks and Freaks de Axolote TV? ¿Cómo están? Vamos a volver a lo de Vampyr. Es un juego que, como les digo, es como la mascarada. Y pues la verdad es un juego de rol que a mí me gusta muchísimo. Vamos a empezar de cero. Creo que vamos a empezar de cero porque ayer pues ya se cortó un poquito. Vamos a jugar en modo de dificultad. Ok. Está apagada mi compu. Okay.
12 dreams for the Red Queen under crown of stone. 8 voracious beasts born from 8 restless nights. 4 nails piercing the flesh of the sinner. 1 prayer for the summoned, called by this song. 'Tis perhaps the countdown to oblivion for the once proud city of London. 'Tis perchance her inhabitants' last dance alone to face death and pestilence. Confronted by the eerie and unknown, mortals became desperate for answers. A flock's flight makes for an omen, the falling of a star a dire presage. Turning to priests for interpretation when there was no reason to be found. When religion failed, men turned to science. I saw them build such vain cities, crafting machines made for endless war. New questions flourished as old answers withered. What is darkness but lurking sun? What is wall but enslaved stone? What is glass but tortured sand? What is song but a call to arms? What is hate but jilted love? What is life but death pending?
Death. Since the apple was plucked from the sacred tree, mortality was believed to be God's punishment. A righteous snare to keep mankind from ascending to the stars. They were all so wrong. Death is not a wicked thing, nor some holy retribution. A true punishment would be to never know its sweet kiss. Awaken from the harshness and be born once more.
Ok, empezamos siguiendo la sangre, como siempre.
Thirsty. So thirsty.
Mary!
Oh no, la mató.
No! Mary! Hold on! Please, hold on! Oh, God. Mary. Mary. No. No. This horror. It's a nightmare. No! Please, a moment, let me explain!
Ok, ok.
These patrols are after me. No, no, don't shoot! This is a nightmare. I need to get out of here. This can't be happening. No, please, stop! I mean you no harm. What's going on? Oh, Mary. What have I
Ok,
done?
vamos.
What's all this about? Now,
Machete usado.
I can defend myself.
Kill the thing!
Who are you? Stay back! Sorry, but you left me no choice. Who are you? Stupid beast!
Stand! Finish.
Sorry.
Ok, vamos.
Crush the leech, boys!
No, please, stop! Who are you? What do you want?
Mi vida se recupera gradualmente. Si no estoy en combate, parece ser.
I mean you no harm. I need help.
Die, you fucking leech!
Please, listen to me. I can't make any sense of this.
Shut up, beast!
Who are you? What is this all about? What in God's name?
I'll do the rest of the job.
Just leave me. The sun. It feels like it's burning me to the bone. I need to find somewhere to hide.
Right now!
Let me go!
Ok.
I need to
ya lo
find
tengo.
shelter. Is anybody there? What is this place? The place seems abandoned. I should be safe enough here.
¿Qué pasa, gordita?
Brother, what have you done?
Mary! Mary!
Mary, I'm sorry. Whoever did this to us, I will find them.
Ok, encontraremos a quien nos hizo esto. El fuego y el sol.
This one's dressed up fancy. Let's run through his pockets.
Picking the dead's pockets? Are you serious?
I've still a rent to pay. He's got no more responsibilities. What's this? Gold watch.
Beautiful it is. We fancy it to share the takings. I suppose we are undertakers. Now, give him an Eve. That's impossible.
No, no se puede ver.
Dreams for the Red Queen that sleeps under crown of stone, that she might linger longer, her eyes as white as gold.
Who goes there?
A prayer for the sound of a glorious song. A child born from darkness must take scent of his.
Who's there? Are you referring to me? No! No! I still have so much to accomplish. I still have so much left that needs doing.
Johnny, this one's lost. We need to leave. And now!
No! There's time. I can save him.
That's the enemy coming! The orders are to evacuate the hospital!
Done. He'll live.
Hola, ¿qué tal?
And now what? We fight. Killing is a hell of a lot easier than healing. No, it never got easy.
Ok, tenemos el revólver usado. Lo podemos mover un revólver perfecto. Se murió.
This makes no sense. None of it. No sense at all. It's a nightmare. That's it. So be it.
Ok.
Rational thinking only.
Y todo esto fue el intro del juego. 20 minutos de intro.
This is absolute madness. I've lost touch with the real.
Madness it is, as mad as the moon, who takes blinding sunlight into a glowing reflection.
Ok, vamos a evolucionar. Autofagia. Drena su propia sangre para causar daño normal y agraviado de forma instantánea. Para curar. Bien. Agresiva, lanza de sangre. Vapor de sangre. Vamos a usar el vapor de sombras porque se ve chido. Colocas un nombre de sombras a los pies del objetivo o de los tuyos. Luego de unos momentos la nube explota e inflige un daño inmenso.
Voice in my head.
Llega al Banco Norte.
I'm not mad, then. It must belong to the one who made me. What I am. I must find him to understand what I have become.
Where is it? It's closed.
These people want me dead. I need to leave now.
Here's the leech. Here!
My head's spinning.
Oi! Come on, you coward!
I cannot enter.
Está cruzada. Ok, llave del refugio. Secundaria, detalles.
I'm still in Southwark. I must reach the West End.
Over there!
Ok.
There's one of them vermin!
There's a strength I never knew I had. It's locked.
It ain't human!
Ok.
We have to stop it!
Every fiber of my being is afire. I feel like a child learning the limits of my body.
Oh, fuck. No lo vi. Ok, estamos directamente, creo.
My strength, my reflexes.
¿Qué
I'm
es
not
eso?
human anymore.
Ok. Izquierda de aluminio.
My poor sister. If only I had controlled my need for blood. Mary, someone will pay for what happened to you. For what happened to us.
Ya puedo comer gato.
I have this thirst for blood. I can't believe I'm doing this. It's locked. The dizziness from the jump. I can now control it. What will London have to say to me?
Chelines.
I've so many questions unanswered. Another corpse. Have the very streets of London become a mausoleum? The man has been drained of all blood, but I can still smell the scent of it. I follow the scent's trail. Perhaps it will lead me to my assailant. Fresh blood. The smell is so strong. Something dire must have come about. Where has everyone gone? According to the blood patterns, that's where the victim was attacked. So that must be the killer's trail.
Ok, encontramos un escondite. Sí.
At last, a little life.
Welcome, sir, to the Turquoise Turtle.
Are they stupid or something?
Ok, vamos a ver qué podemos
You
hacer
look
aquí.
like Jonah's whale just spat you out of hell. Can I get you a drink?
No, thank you. I'm not thirsty.
Well, grab a chair and get some rest. This is going to be another long night.
I'm looking for someone who might have passed through here recently. Wondered if you might help.
It's been quiet tonight. The only other person I've seen went straight up to his room. Thought it was kind of rude, actually.
You mean he's still here?
Well, yeah. He paid for the entire week.
I need to meet this man. I have questions.
Just climb the stairs and knock on the first door. I heard him open his window, so I guess he's still awake. And,
Yes?
no funny business. You hear me? This is a respectable establishment. You again. What can I do for you?
Why is it going to be a long night?
You must be new around here. Don't you know about the murders?
Tell me more about these murders.
Every morning for the last few weeks, bodies have been found. And those poor sods didn't die of flu.
Do the police have any leads on a suspect?
Even before the outbreak, coppers never came round here. We're on our own. People die in these parts all the time, and no one cares.
Ah, qué triste.
Where am I? Where is this place?
You're at my bar, sir, the Turquoise Turtle. The last ray of light in this dangerous part of town.
Aren't you scared?
Scared of what? All the bad shit happens out on the foggy streets. And I never go outside.
So you're open all night?
Yep. Figured people might need a place to rest in these dark times.
Ok.
Thank you. Goodbye.
2500 de experiencia. Saludable.
Good evening, sir. I wondered if I could ask for your help.
Wow, you look like you need a drink.
Yes. I apologize for my outfit. It's been a long night.
Been there, seen that. Don't worry, things can only get worse.
Has anybody entered the bar recently?
Can't say. Sorry. I spent the night making love to that gorgeous bottle, see?
This is important, sir.
I don't know and I don't care. This is a free country. People still have the right to come and go, don't they?
What's going on around here? It's like everybody is hiding.
You must be new here. Have you not heard about the murders? Everybody fears the return of the sewer dog.
Who is this sewer dog?
It's the local bogeyman. Convenient answer for every crime that happened for decades. You murdered someone, blame the sewer dog, eh?
You make it sound like it's a fairy tale.
People will always believe in monsters. It's easier than accepting their own darkness. We can all be monsters.
Ok. En eso tiene razón.
I'll leave you to your bottle then.
Fatiga. Vi algo de un remedio para la fatiga, ¿no? Él está saludable y me da 2500 de experiencia. ¿Y tú, muchachilla?
Hello, sir. Are you all right? Is there any way I can help you?
I don't know. Maybe you could just talk to me.
Maybe you prefer to speak with Tom, then. He's more agreeable talking to strangers.
What is this place?
This is Tom's bar, the Turquoise Turtle. I'm the barmaid here, Sabrina, if you want to know.
Are you always open this late at night?
No, it's only since the epidemic started. Tom thought that people may need a safe place to stay.
You don't seem to have much business. Where is everybody?
Most people are sleeping right now. And those that are awake tend to avoid going out. What with the murders and all.
Are you always open this late at night?
No, it's only since the epidemic started. Tom thought that people may need a safe place to stay.
Ok, pues ya.
What's going on around here?
Creo
Where
que
is
sí
it?
la dije, ¿no?
The murders.
No.
What can you say about them?
Bodies found in the streets every morning. Drained of blood. It's just horrible. Some say the sewer dog is back.
The sewer dog? What's that?
No one knows. People have always disappeared around these parts. The ancients say it's the sewer dog coming out to feed. But now he's killing in the streets.
What have you heard about the epidemic?
There's a Spanish flu. Yeah. Killed so many last summer. Thought we'd seen the last of it. Dozens dying every week.
Are the authorities doing anything?
Nothing. There are so many quarantine zones in London now. It's gotten really hard to travel across town.
I just want to talk. I didn't mean to scare you.
I'm not afraid, sir. It's just I've other customers to take care of.
I only see one customer.
Oh. Well, yeah, of course. I mean, I best check on them.
Ok.
I'll leave
Adiós.
then. Thank you.
1500 de experiencia. O sea, el que más me da poder es el otro. Y ese está enfermo. Además. Fatiga.
I hope I live long enough to see them wet boot boys get what's coming to them.
This is no place for you. Prewen has several patrols roaming the area.
They do not pursue me.
But they're looking for vampires, and they're most efficient.
They'll not relent until the killer has been identified.
I have a common objective, but I require...
I think someone is eavesdropping.
Are you certain? You might as well come in, whoever you are.
Slowly, vampire. Who are you?
I mean you no harm.
Say it, the vampire. Present yourself.
I need a word. With anyone.
Well, that's something I can do for you.
Fe verdadera. Wow.
And who...
Ok. Nivel de mesmerización tengo el 1. Este vato está enfermo de la fatiga. Estado de salud estable.
might you be?
Tell me, who are you?
First, tell me what you want. Then I may tell you.
That's none of your concern.
Sir, you have entered my room in the middle of the night, pale as a corpse and shaking like a tree. So please, indulge me.
Someone is molesting people. In fact, killing them. Biting them.
The calling card of a vampire. Like you.
I've been hunted down in the streets and attacked. I'm a victim here too.
I believe you.
Then if you are not a vampire, who or what are you?
Dr. Edgar Swansea of the Brotherhood of St. Paul. I'm performing an independent investigation here in an attempt to understand precisely what is going on.
Okay.
I heard another voice, that of a woman. Who were you talking to?
Ridiculous. I've no idea what you're talking about.
Something tells me not to trust you.
Then the feeling is mutual.
And what exactly is this Brotherhood?
Sir, if the name is not familiar to you, then we shall discuss it another time.
What have you uncovered concerning the murders?
It started a few nights ago. Rumors of violent murders. The docks have always been, shall we say, somewhat unsavory. But this is different.
How different?
A vampire is at work here. Famished. Reckless. It must be brought to ground, and quickly.
Then help me find the culprit.
I may. If you'll first tell me why you opened this door.
I followed a trail. The scent of blood from a recent victim. It led me here.
You thought I was your aggressor? That explains a great deal. We're both chasing the same shadow.
A shadow, indeed. Yet I heard his voice in my head. There was a moment I believed I was mad.
You should let me handle this affair. You've no idea what you're up against.
No. I will find the monster. He is mine.
How will you do any better than I? But then let me ask you this. What are your intentions if you find the killer?
Acabaré con él.
I will at last have the answers to my questions.
Then I can only wish you good hunting. And pray we shall meet again.
If Swansea is not my attacker, it means somebody else came here tonight. Someone must know something. Hello, sir. May I disturb you again?
And you're still ugly as sin.
Has anybody entered? This isn't...
I don't know.
I'll leave you to your...
Welcome back.
I can't say I have.
Hey, I told you, you were the only other...
I think you're hiding something.
I hide many things from...
Goodbye,
Aquí donde pisa.
Evening, sir.
I have a few... I spoke...
The truth? What do you mean?
I suspect that someone else was here tonight. And I don't think Tom wants to tell me about it.
I'm just the barmaid here, okay? If Tom says you're the only...
I can feel your fear, Matt.
It's Will. William Bishop. He came in here earlier tonight and he... Well, I thought he was going to clock someone.
Okay.
Why are you so afraid?
I mean, his skin. His hands. I scrubbed every glass and every chair that he touched. God, I hope it's not contagious.
What happened tonight?
He was dead drunk, as usual. But my God, his eyes. His face. He must have caught something awful. He shouted and cried. It was terrible.
Tell me about...
Will was a sailor who worked at the canning factory before he lost that job. A nice bloke, really. He's never been violent. Until tonight.
Why keep it a secret? Why not tell me about it?
Tom's nothing if not loyal. After Will lost his job, he offered him one ear. They used to be good mates. But recently, well... Will started to get very aggressive.
I see. Thank you for your candor. I'll be sure to talk to Tom.
No sabía que podía meterme aquí. Pero igual no hay nada.
You again. What can I do for you?
Tom, talk to me about the visit from your old friend, William.
Yes, Will came by tonight, but he's not my friend anymore.
Who is he?
William? Just an old sailor who loves his gin too much. He worked for years at the canning factory before it closed.
Is he dangerous?
Yeah. Like many drunks, he's all bark and no bite. Can barely stand up most of the time.
How was he tonight?
Sicker than usual, perhaps. He whined and mumbled about how mean people were to him and how he'd like to talk to me outside, and then he left when I refused.
Why lie to me if he is not your friend?
I didn't lie. I said you were my only unannounced customer, and that's the truth.
I need to find him.
You could try his boat. It's up by the North Pier. He sleeps there when he's too drunk to get home.
Please describe him to me.
What do you expect? He's a tall, sick bastard with a bad rash and torn old clothes. William used to be strong. Now he's a mess.
Thank you, Tom.
If you see him, tell him I don't want him back here unless he clean...
Vamos a ver si este me puede hablar.
Hello, sir. May I disturb?
You're still up?
I'll leave you to your...
Nada más quiero ver qué necesito para...
Strange. The trail is very erratic, as if the killer was drunk or hesitant.
Pero también de la fatiga. Frasco de vidrio. Cubiña. Ya, perdón. Fui por mis lentes. Página arrancada de un diario. Ok. Genial, una nueva pista sobre sobrino.
I will get to the bottom of this intrigue. What's been done to me, to this city. The body is still warm. This man has just been drained of blood.
Okay, primero vamos a recoger la nota.
What's this? Some sort of note.
Órdenes de Prewen.
These men, they're a company. If this man was armed, he tried to defend himself. This corpse has been dried of its blood, just like the previous victim. Blood and empty gin bottles. This bishop fellow is something of a... There are blood splats on the other side of the canal. I must reach that barge.
¿Dónde está? ¿Voy por ella?
It's locked, all right.
Okay.
I cannot enter. It's locked, all right.
Ok, cuerpo a cuerpo.
Crush the leech, boys! He's done for! Over there!
A ver.
This is not a place for you, sir. Look at it! Vicious bugger! Let's see how it likes a bit of fire! There's one of them vermin!
Ok.
Over there! Over there!
It's locked.
Okay.
Fresh blood. The whole building reeks of it. The scent is so strong it makes me dizzy.
Ok, vamos a ver lo de las armas.
As one, we shall overcome this. We've done it before.
No. I had a drink outside tonight already and it didn't quench my thirst. I must have more.
Oh dear God.
This place reeks of bloodshed.
My dearest friend, you're my last and dearest friend.
This creature is bedeviled. I must put it down.
Oh, fuck. Me mordió el maldito. Yo también te voy a morder. No. Madre.
Let me go.
A ver, vamos a ver primero qué hay aquí.
Let me go.
Estaba probando mis nuevas armas, perdón.
William was an honorable man. I could have saved him.
Mr. Hampton, are you in there?
I knew him well, another lost soul, a kindred spirit.
Sir, listen to the sound of my voice. I'm a doctor. You're suffering from shock.
I must return to my flock. They'll stray without me.
Remember, certain skulls are every bit as resistant as we are.
Who are you? What do you mean by skull?
You truly are a newborn. I should have realized.
Wait. You are the woman from the bar. Are you like me? Can you help me?
I believe, sir, I already have.
Wow. Se fue.
By George and the Saints, you've solved the mystery of these terrible murders. Patience, good fellows, I've come to offer help. Just give me a moment to secure my boat. We can leave this awful place.
William was not the evil man they claimed. He was just taken by the thirst. He needed his drink.
This man requires medical attention. We'll see he gets to the nearest hospital.
No, please, I must tend to my fold. My flock needs me.
There, sir. Go with the good Dr. Swansea. He's resourceful, and I'm sure he'll take good care of you.
You'd best come as well. The sun is soon to rise, and you'll need a place to rest.
I just need a moment. If I can learn something about what has happened to William, I'll be a step closer to understanding what happened to me.
This poor creature can't be my maker. Could it be some subspecies of vampire? I must find a place to analyze the blood.
Okay.
Where are we headed?
We're on our way to the Pembroke Hospital. It's just across the canal. They'll have a bed for poor Mr. Hampton.
William was... What manner of creature was he?
Predator, prey, villain, and victim. Who can say? The important thing is that he's been stopped.
Duly noted. And the woman? What... Who is she?
What woman?
Oh, don't play me for a fool. You used me to locate that skull. You must know who she is.
And I thought you a gentleman. You shouldn't talk about a lady behind her back, but I will tell you she values her privacy.
Ah.
Were London as peaceful as she appears from the middle of the canal? If only that were the reality of the situation.
To be honest, I've always tried to avoid this part of town.
Pembroke Hospital is the last bastion between the rest of London and the epidemic. The flu has decimated the East End and the war still rages. Welcome to the front lines of a plague.
This is where you work, Dr. Swansea?
I am the administrator of Pembroke Hospital.
I thought you were here in service of your mysterious order, the Brotherhood of...
Of St. Paul's Stole, yes. But first and foremost, I'm a man of science. A physician, like yourself, Dr. Reed.
How do you know who I am?
No need for modesty. You are Dr. Jonathan Reed, a surgeon of some caliber and renown, if I'm not mistaken.
You are correct, sir.
I knew it. I had my suspicions. But when you took the blood sample from the corpse of poor William, I was certain. Dr. Reed. Marvelous.
Have we met?
I attended 3 of your seminars before the war. I have the utmost admiration for your research. And what a turn of fate. England's most esteemed blood specialist returns to London a vampire.
That word, again, from a so-called man of science.
I understand. Traditionally, the role of science is to refute myth, but when myth walks among us, the Brotherhood of St. Paul has dedicated its purpose to their study. There's so much for you to learn.
Of that, you are right.
Well, then let me be blunt. Join my staff at Pembroke Hospital. As a physician. I suspect you'll not find a better post of employment to contemplate your predicament.
This is sudden. I was returning home to see my sickly mother. But alas, that was before contracting this... affliction.
Dr. Reed, take a moment to consider. The post would be for the night shift, providing a good explanation for your absence during daylight hours. You'll be adequately reimbursed, and have a place to hide. I even had the forethought to bring some clean clothes. So, what do you say?
Okay, es una buena oferta.
It seems I have little choice, but yours is a generous offer, so I thank you.
Brilliant! Oh, Jonathan, this is one for the book, and the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
Dr. Swansea, thank goodness. I was beginning to be concerned.
Worry no more, Nurse Crane, for I bring good news.
Oh, Doctor, what a night. We lost 2 more patients. Nurse Scow said she couldn't take it anymore and resigned.
Yes, well, I'll make a new rota in the morning. In the meantime, find a good bed for Mr. Hampton. Be sure to pay attention to his needs.
Of course, Doctor.
Oh, and Dorothy?
Yes, Doctor?
Dr. Reed here has just returned from the front. He served King Country and will be joining us here at Pembroke. We're very lucky to have gained a surgeon of his talent, and one so experienced in blood transfusions.
That is good news indeed, Doctor.
Oh, yes. Here at Pembroke, it's not what we have, but what we haven't. It's only thanks to Nurse Crane and the staff that our ship doesn't sink. If you have any questions, just ask her.
Duly noted. Thank you.
Your assistance is required, Dr. Swansea, immediately.
Welcome aboard, Jonathan. We'll catch up after my rounds. I'm coming, Nurse Crane. I'm coming.
Ok. Está muy chida esa tónica, la verdad.
I cannot enter.
I'm sorry, Jonathan. Mr. Hampton needs me right now.
Come on, you bastard! You can do better than that! Nah! It's my turn!
Rotten or pristine, each heart contains the seed of life. Drink at this river, try it all.
Oh, come on, you bastard! I won't bite.
Sir, please. You've lost too much blood. Calm yourself.
You think I didn't notice? Stop your staring and get me to an hospital, you arse!
Insulting a good Samaritan. Not exactly the way to get rescued.
All right, sorry. I am in pain here. My guts are spilling out onto the street and you're yabbering on.
Yes. That's a very nasty wound you've got there. Take my word, I am a doctor. Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Name's Clay Cox. I'd appreciate you helping me to a better place, Doc.
Follow me, Mr. Cox. Let me assist you to that better place.
Pero yo no me lo quería comer.
Bring this fading light into the shadows. Dance with him the dance of life and death.
No more. Not tonight. Not like this. I will not take another life.
Whoa, I feel giddy. What? What happened?
It is wise for the huntsman to sometimes let his prey go, but no famished hunter can run for long.
Good evening, sir.
So it is true. The famous Dr. Reed has joined us. I can't think of any better news during these terrible times.
Do we know each other?
Actually, yes. We met once before, at the Rockefeller University in New York.
Dr. Tippett, yes, I remember. I was assisting Professor Carell in his research about coronary bypasses. He had nothing but praise for you.
He was also very confident about your future. And look at you now. Eminent surgeon and blood transfusion specialist.
Do you need any medical assistance yourself, Doctor?
Come on, don't be ridiculous, dear colleague.
What is the Pembroke?
This hospital is not exactly the best of London. I'm sure you are used to working in a better environment.
It's more than enough. In any case, the personnel of a hospital are much more important to me than the building.
Don't be misled by appearances, Dr. Reed. This hospital does not lack talented people. It just lacks hope.
What can you tell me about this?
Some are really good, and others are not so good. But during this troubled period, there is no time for slander. I prefer to focus on the positive character traits.
Tell me more about
Nurse Brannigan is a pearl. She is the most helpful and dedicated nurse I've ever worked with. A clever and cheerful woman.
You really seem to admire her skills.
I'll go even further. If she was a man, she would be a damn fine practitioner.
Any opinion about the management?
Médico.
I don't always agree with Dr. Swansea's reserve, but I must admit he does all he can to keep this facility running during this crisis.
Ah, yes, the burden of command. I was fed up with this concept while serving as a medical officer.
Don't get me wrong. Swansea's a good administrator. I just wish he would get out of his office now and again.
What is the Pembroke?
This hospital.
It's more.
Don't be.
What can
some?
Yeah. Si puedes.
Goodbye, Dr. Tippett.
Hurry now, Doctor. It's freezing here.
Good evening, nurse. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed, the new surgeon here at the Pembroke.
Dr. Swansea has already told us about you, sir.
Did he really? It's a good thing I wasn't hoping to keep a...
All members of staff have already read about your new blood transfusion technique. Dr. Swansea made sure of that.
I see. Well, I'm a little surprised, but I suppose I'll just have to deal with this unexpected notoriety.
You must know, blood transfusions are Dr. Swansea's primary subject of research. He is convinced it is the future.
How are...
Not good, to say the least. We're struggling against an invisible enemy, more lethal than any bullet from a gun. It's hard, Doctor.
An invisible enemy? Quite a poetic term for a disease, especially from a nurse.
Sorry, Doctor. These last few weeks have been exhausting. We could all do with a good night's sleep.
Do you think this hospital can survive?
We are all volunteers here. Sorry.
How are...
Not...
I'm not familiar with all...
Brilliant professionals. Most of them. Dr. Swansea has a gift for recruiting talent.
Most of them? Is there a problem I should know about, nurse?
It would be inappropriate for me to...
Is there any...
Well, I have never met someone as dedicated as Dr. Tippett's. He should be a standard for us all here. If only he were younger.
Why should his age be a problem?
I guess it's fair to say he's always pushing himself to the limits. He just doesn't know when to stop and get some rest.
Nurse Brannigan.
No. I may disagree with some conduct.
Okay.
Goodbye, nurse. Call me if you need.
Tenemos información. ¿Dónde se veía la información? Pilar, él es el pilar.
Doctor, where have you been? I've little time to play hide and seek with new staff members, no matter how illustrious.
I found a wounded man by the docks. He answers to the name of Clay Cox. He requires urgent medical attention.
Already making the rounds? That's the Pembroke spirit. I'll ask our porter, Milton, to bring him back immediately.
Thank you, nurse.
Dr. Swansea insisted we provide you a quiet office. You'll find it on the second floor with your name on the door.
Thank you.
Yes, Dorothy Crane.
I would like to ask... And Mr. Hampton, the patient we brought in.
I gave him a sedative to help him sleep.
What kind of man...
Well, you accepted the job from him. I thought...
It's right to assume Dr. Swansea...
You'll get to know him soon enough, and better than me. The administrator has better things to do than mix with us.
Apologies, I've only just met him.
Dr. Swansea is a brilliant surgeon, and the...
If you could point...
Second floor of the hospital.
Thank you, Nurse Crane.
Perhaps I should have considered the offer for that category.
Dr. Swansea is right. This place seems perfect to conduct my research.
Good evening, madam. Can I help you?
It's my son who needs you, sir.
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. How can I help your son?
I'm Beatrice Goswick, mother of Mortimer Goswick. Could you check on him, please, Dr. Reed?
What can you tell me about yourself?
Not much to say.
Are you really that rich?
Yes, thanks to my husband.
May I ask if you...
I'm a teacher by profession.
What do you
I have had the uttermost reservations about...
Is there something in particular that's bothering you?
Some of the staff were not especially well...
Goodbye, Mrs. Goswick. Good evening. I'm Dr. Reed.
No.
Really?
I don't want to talk.
I suppose that this pain is the reason you're here.
Yes.
Could you at least tell me...
Mortimer.
How
So painful, everyone.
I'm sure you...
Not really.
I see.
Yes, maybe. But
Why did your mother have...
my mother just wants the best for me.
Is your mother bothering you?
That's tempting, Doctor.
Pembroke Hospital may look...
It's not me you have to...
How pain...
So painful. Good evening, sir.
Sí. creo que me perdí de algo.
Good evening, sir.
I've already heard about you, Dr. Reed.
That's quite a blunt introduction, Mr. Hooks.
You can call me Milton.
I'm not sure I understand.
Well, I'm no doctor, but I'm pretty sure...
You have a keen eye.
No need to explain, Dr. Reed. And if you ever need a better gun...
Are you really smuggling weapons through the hospital?
And would you been attacked by patients, you know? And by gang members willing to steal my money.
But you're not defending yourself. You're selling guns to civilians.
You keep people alive your own way, Doctor. I offer them another way to protect their health.
So what do you...
I've been an ambulance driver since...
Since you're on the front line?
It's a complete disaster. It's even getting...
It sounds like things have been...
Yesterday I got attacked by the patient I was bringing here. I escaped through the hospital's garden, but I lost my wallet when I was running.
You left an infected patient outside the hospital? That's incredibly dangerous.
Go there yourself if you want.
Okay.
I'd like to see... Wise choice, Dr. Reed.
Mande Kobu.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr.
Reed? Yes, I've been informed.
Does my arrival in...
Let us just say that I don't particularly share Dr. Swansea's enthusiasm for hiring you. What we need here are reliable professionals, not overrated dabblers.
You need my assistance?
Not at all.
If you have a problem with me, Dr. Ackroyd, please feel free to tell me.
Dr. Swansea has imposed your presence on this hospital without asking anyone's advice. The benefit of his position. But I don't agree with it.
I know we've never met before, but I believe this hospital could use all the help it can get. You will agree with that, I'm sure.
Oh, but I have heard about you, Dr. Reed. Of course, you can't say the same about me, since I have not wasted my time courting the press.
There is no need for such animosity between us. Don't you think the epidemic is already enough to deal with?
That is one point we could agree on. And that is precisely why I want to be sure that you will be of help to this hospital, instead of a burden.
Since your tenure in this...
Let's just say I'm tired of the carelessness around me. I have always respected the skills of Dr. Swansea, but over time his enthusiasm has become displaced.
Carelessness? Exactly what are you talking about?
We're here to save lives. The people who trust us are not volunteering for experimentation. They're here to be healed.
I don't intend to run any radical experiments, Doctor. Even if I, as any good practitioner should, express it...
Modern medical methods were created through...
I don't know what you've heard about me, but I have already proved my value as a practitioner.
I don't question your skills, Dr. Reed, but your motive. Is it money, fame, or are you truly dedicated?
And what exactly is that supposed to mean?
I served in the war just like you. But unlike you, I did not use the wounded to play the modern sorcerer.
Be careful what you insinuate, Dr. Ackroyd.
I only want you to admit you used those men to improve your theories.
Knowledge has always been and will remain our main weapon, and it has always come at a price. and personal initiative.
It is not a question of initiative, it is a question of integrity. These men and women have put their faith in us, Dr. Reed.
It seems you have bad memories of...
I refuse to see this industrial slaughter as scientific progress. War only reveals the worst in men.
We can at least agree on something, Dr. Ackroyd.
Bueno, al menos agrega. Están de acuerdo en algo.
Thank you for your time. Good evening, Doctor.
Dr. Reed. I am Thoreau Strickland. Dr. Thoreau Strickland. I'm a great admirer of your work, Dr. Reed.
Please, could you tell me something about yourself?
I'm a great admirer of your work concerning blood transfusion, Dr. Reed. I run my own experiments. I'm convinced it's the future.
What made you choose to be a doctor?
I'm not ashamed to admit you and your work have inspired me. I am honored to have the opportunity to work by your side.
I'll give you some advice, but understand that not...
Of course, sir. And don't worry, I will never allow myself to be a burden, neither to you nor this hospital.
I based my technique on my mentor's research. He helped me perfect my method. What is yours?
I'd rather not talk about it. For now, it's just theories and first approach. My process is purely experimental and unsuccessful.
As long as you're cautious and methodical, you may remain empty-handed, but you won't fail.
You're not the first one to warn me, but I am convinced knowledge is the main weapon against the ravages of this epidemic.
What can you tell me?
Well, it has always been an honor to work.
You seem quite optimistic.
I'm convinced that this epidemic is a test of endurance and dedication for us men of science.
Questions remain about our capacity to resolve the situation.
True. Last summer, during the first wave of the epidemic, I used to joke with Milton about the extra work. We're not smiling now.
Do you need help with...
Well, yes, maybe. I'm waiting for a batch of products I ordered for my personal research. Yet my supplier seems to have vanished.
Do you want me to play the errand boy for you?
Oh no, Dr. Reed. But if you went personally to his shop, with your reputation and all, he wouldn't dare to refuse the products I need.
I see. Well, give me the address, for I may pass by if I have time. What do you think of Dr. Ackroyd?
It's a shame he's so narrow-minded. Dr. Swansea taught me that science is about exploring uncharted territory. I'm convinced that's true.
With the influenza and all that's going on, you should put your differences aside, don't you think? Why is it so difficult to work together?
I believe that if Dr. Ackroyd had been the one to discover the transfusion process, he would be the first to recommend its use.
So you believe it's just a question of jealousy and pride?
Dr. Ackroyd is as proud as he is blinded by his obsolete concept of medical science.
Okay.
Tell me more about your...
Harvey Fiddick is a patient suffering from a severe injury that could cripple him if not treated correctly. I'm convinced your blood transfusion technique could help him.
What is it you really want? To save him? Or to prove your point?
Fair question. I want nothing but to save my patient, Dr. Reed. Especially...
Tell me, Miss...
Our first diagnosis was compromised because Mr. Fiddick lied to us about the real origin of his injury. He first claimed it was an accident.
But why would he hide such crucial information from us?
Because he is a proud father. Ashamed of putting his children at risk because of his own negligence. I agree.
Do you think keeping his...
All I know is that I'm taking care of human...
Okay.
Goodbye, Dr. Strickland.
Good evening, Doctor.
Goodbye, Mrs. Goswick. Good evening, Mr. Goswick.
I'm okay.
Do you need any help?
I'm afraid I may, sir.
I will see you. I have to go now, sir. But don't...
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir. I
don't know if a third opinion is needed.
I see. Would you...
I'm Harvey Fiddick. All I want is to get me bloody arm fixed properly.
Tell me about...
I'm just a regular guy waiting to get his arm fixed, so I can return to work and to my family.
I was more curious about what you were doing before being...
I'm a carpenter, and a good one too. But that means I need both arms to feed my family, Dr. Reed.
Are you sat...
Well, it's clear that I've chosen a bad time to be injured. Forgive my bluntness, but you seem overwhelmed by cases of the flu.
I won't lie to you.
Are you sure you don't want to operate yourself, Doctor?
In other circumstances, you would be right. Tell me about...
Strickland and Aykroyd. They both...
What do you mean?
I often had professional arguments with rivals.
Tell me about...
My wife died because of me. And now I may lose everything because I've been careless enough to hurt myself. What an arsehole.
Okay.
How could your job be responsible?
I was working a double. She went out to bring me a hot meal and got caught in a German bomb raid.
You can't hold your...
Of course I didn't hurt myself. But I can't work until my arm is fixed. My children need...
Tell me more.
1915. I was in the army. Building workshops for the Royal Flying Corps. Helen was happy I wasn't sent to the front.
What happened?
The Germans sent Zeppelins to bomb the construction site, but they missed their target. My wife was bringing my dinner when the bombs fell.
I'm sorry for your loss.
I would like to say that she didn't suffer. Truth is, I have no idea. I just know that I'm all that me kids have.
How are your children?
They were smaller then. The only good thing...
Oh,
goodbye for now, Mr.
You always knew how the children, Helen. As for me, what a blundering idiot.
It's locked, all right.
Medical bench, sir. I understand you must be very angry about this unfair situation. I managed to arrange to have you buried in the same mass grave as your wife. I hope that might happen.
It's locked.
You don't mind if I search your pockets, do you, sir? You won't need any of these anyway. I'm not stealing from you, mister. I'm only redistributing your belongings to people who need them more than you. You see, no one has claimed your body, sir, so it would be such a shame to bury you with your valuables. I will not forget you, sir, and I thank you for your generous donation. Good evening. Always a pleasure to meet a colleague, sir. Especially when he was supposedly dead.
A colleague?
Not anymore, sir. I used to be Dr. Rakesh Chadana. Now, I'm just Mr. Chadana. Pawnbroker and humble...
What do you mean?
You know, sir. It is just that I like to be precise. I run a little pawn shop while taking care of the dead. But I used to be a real doctor.
Are you afraid?
Why should I? These bodies are empty vessels. Flesh left to decay. Poof. No soul anymore. All gone.
An interesting point of view.
Sir, as a medic during the war, I learned to face my death and the death of others. It's the pain we have to tame, not death itself.
How did you get the...
After I left the army, I worked as an undertaker down by the docks. A dangerous place with many an unpleasant business there. Milton Hooks helped me get...
Have we met?
I don't think so, sir.
When we first talked, you said you were glad to meet me since I was reported dead.
A funny story, sir. Your sister came here a few...
Do you work here alone?
Yes, very easy work, sir. All I have to do is...
Why do you have to...
Because these poor fellows have no names. We keep them in case someone comes looking for the missing. Sadly...
Why close?
It was for sanitary reasons.
A pawnbroker?
Yes, sir. All kind of people.
Who comes?
I'm very cautious, sir. I've been a doctor.
What kind of?
With the quarantine, it's not always easy to buy things. So I trade. I exchange. Some people sell, some others buy. I like to help.
How dare you steal from the dead?
These people are dead, sir. What they possessed could be useful for the living. And I'm sure they would agree if they could speak.
You may be right.
If ever I have to go to jail, I'm sure I'll find a way to help people there, too.
Since you're not afraid of dying.
No. I believe we must do all the good we can while alive. For our time is short.
Do you think you would enjoy immortality?
I don't think so. Don't mistake me.
So you're...
No, I'm not. I don't fear death, for I won't see it.
You're a wise man.
No, Dr. Reed. I am a foolish man. But I like to...
Do you really believe goodwill?
As I said, sir, everything decays. If I was to never die, goodness, I would be bored or worse. And I like to be helpful, sir.
Quite depressing, wouldn't you say?
Yes, but the good news is...
Please show me what you have to sell.
Of course.
Una fórmula enigmática. Me falta.
Good evening, Dr. Reed.
Goodbye, Mr. Chadana.
So many dead. You always knew the words to calm the children. As for me, what a blundering idiot.
Vamos, 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 si llego, si llego.
How can I be sure I'll not find your unconscious body in the house again?
promise you you'll not find my unconscious body.
For God's sake, how can you say such a thing?
How can you refuse to listen? I tried to warn you for so long.
No, I won't let my only son die. You promised me you'll stay alive.
Your son lied to you, like the whole world lies to us.
Okay.
It's locked, all right. Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Reed.
Your name has no meaning to me, mortal.
I beg your pardon?
What are you begging for, mortal? My clemency? Well, tonight maybe I'm inclined to mercy. You'll never forget the night you met Thelma Howcroft.
You keep calling me mortal. Why is that? And if I'm mortal, what are you?
Well, Dr. Reed, if you must know, I'm a vampire.
And why do you...
I don't need to believe anything. It is what I am. It is what I feel within this hollow shell of flesh.
Please.
I can hear my body crumble from the inside as my flesh cracks and fades. I sense the last pulse of postulant blood within my drying veins. I need new blood.
I see.
Never?
It's a mental illness discovered by a French neurologist named Jules Cottard. The affected patients are delusional. They believe that they are putrefying, that they are dead, a ghost or a ghoul. Or in your case, a vampire.
Delusional, you say? Oh, sad and petty mortal. You can't even begin to understand the concept of immortality. And you think it is I who am delusional.
I'm assuming you must be...
It's only a cover. To hide from my enemies. I can leave whenever I want. As a woman, a spirit, fog, or bat.
Who?
I cannot say for sure. But I sense their eyes on me from nearby. I feel them watching me every time I visit the garden near the morgue.
The staff here are not your enemy. They're here to help you, to care for you.
I'm not speaking of the doctors in white. I'm speaking of the men and women who hunt me. For I am a vampire.
I see. Don't worry. These people will not find you here. I'll personally make sure they leave you alone.
Thank you, Mort.
Okay.
Who are you really?
Is that not enough for you, puny mortal? What do you require? Proof of my powers?
I'm curious to know who you were before becoming a vampire.
No, it was such a long time ago, I don't remember. Centuries of unholy life can have strange effects on one's minds, you see?
I'll leave you.
No tiene mucha
Good evening, sir.
experiencia.
Can I help you?
Unless you're here to fix my face. No.
I'm Dr. Reed. I've recently...
You guessed right, Doctor. German shell took my pretty little mug right off. But they still call me Thomas Elwood.
How is your step?
Oh, it's bliss. I just escaped death in the trenches to be surrounded again by the moans of the dying.
Can I ask you precisely why you're a patient here?
It's the pain, sir.
can I do?
Nurses gave me a bunch of pills.
Who is treating you? Is someone in particular looking after your case?
Nobody since the old and tired doctor spoke to me. Started to think I was forgotten about. Wouldn't blame you.
You don't seem worried by that.
My face hurts so much more when I smile or cry. I've learned it's easier not to speak. But be assured I'm smiling inside.
Where were you stationed, sir?
I really don't want to talk.
No offense. I was pushed.
You were an officer, weren't you? Then I doubt we fought the same war, sir. No offense.
How close are you to Miss Hawcroft? Are you aware that she thinks she is a vampire?
To wait for her next nibble is the best reason to stay here. Every time she approaches my bed, she treats me like something tasty. A normal person.
Aren't you afraid? She may hurt you if the game goes too far.
She's quite harmless, I can assure you. Her head's broken inside is all. While I'm busted on the outside. But she's still beautiful. Living proof that there's hope for me.
You do...
In her madness, she never refers to my scars.
So do you let her bite you? You know that's not sanitary.
And why not? She's only supping a few drops of my blood. And the pain, it's real for once.
She could decide to bite less willing patients.
Then it's another good reason for me to stay here, Doctor.
Okay.
Goodbye for now. Good evening, Mr.
Dr. Reed.
What do you mean?
I was not myself.
You remained perfectly nice.
Thank you, Doctor. That's a relief.
How did you end up in William Bishop?
I had received alarming news about his recent behavior. I went to his place and he refused to let me go.
You dared to enter this awful place.
I'm just a man trying to help his friends, Dr. Reed. William Bishop was a conflicted soul, searching for light.
Why did he abduct you?
William was an alcoholic. His addiction suddenly changed to blood. I don't know why. Just like a patient I met here. This Miss Hawcroft.
What is
the situation? Has always been tough, with a lot of tensions between the gangs and the Dockers trade union. The Wet Boot Boys are very nervous since they lost their leader.
Who leads the gang now?
Since Clay Cox went missing, it's his wife Edwina who runs the show, with the assistance of her minion, Booth Digby.
Has the gang...
Ah, no. I've had this nickname for so long.
Do you know Tom Watts?
Tom? Yes, of course. Always.
People are still in despair.
How could it be otherwise? The authorities have left us all to rot in this contagious nightmare. No drugs, no advice, nothing. It's a damn shame.
Who should I...
Not really. Most men and women are just doing their best. And it's not my habit to speak ill of people I know, Doctor.
How do you feel?
I feel exhausted. Beyond exhaustion, actually. William drank so much of my blood in his madness. I feel... empty.
You're in good hands here. Dr. Swansea is well versed in blood transfusion, and I'm sure he'll take the best care of you.
Thank you, sir. I believe all I need is rest. And then I can go back to the people who need me.
What do you do for...
I manage a night asylum for the poor and homeless of the docks. And I try to guide the lost and hesitant on the right path to our Lord.
Are you a priest, Mr. Hampton? A deacon, maybe?
Not at all, Doctor. I'm just a man of faith willing to preach the good word.
Why didn't you use your cross against William Bishop? To repel him somehow?
That's a very strange question, Doctor. A cross is no magical token, if that's what you were trying to say. Not mine, anyway.
Have you made friends?
Not really. But I recognize Miss Harriet Jones. I knew her when she lived by the docks. That poor...
You never came to see her here at Pembroke. Receiving visits when sick can be an important part of the healing process, you know. We're not just bodies.
You're preaching to the converted now, Doctor. To be truly honest, I thought she was dead. She left the docks many months ago.
Goodbye, Mr. Hampton.
It's locked, all right.
Good evening, Nurse.
Good evening, Doctor. I don't think...
And I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Well, it's a euphemism that your help will be appreciated, Doctor.
How would you...
It's serious. The flu is wreaking havoc amongst the staff and patients. We are running out of everything.
You must get...
Sorry, I'm exhausted. No one has any idea when this epidemic will be over.
Nurse Hawkins, the Spanish flu won't last forever. Even the Black Plague didn't kill everyone.
I wish I could believe you. But what if this epidemic was worse? What if in the end...
How long?
Well, long enough to see that the epidemic is winning. And no matter how qualified you are, don't tell me you'll change that.
You'd be surprised. How is the...
Well, not well. Milton, the ambulance driver, is even more grumpy than usual. Especially concerning...
Why is...
Milton's not the kind of man who's bothered about a bad reputation, whether he deserved it or not.
Why does Milton...
I don't know. Just...
Pepper, are you sure?
To become a nurse was a little girl's dream. But in the end, I don't feel that useful. I want more.
You should be proud.
Maybe you're right. But at the moment...
Goodbye.
Scowl voices in the garden. I should investigate. If they were to find somebody...
Oh, fuck. Ok. No puedo... No, no puedo vencerles aún.
I cannot enter.
Not now.
It's locked, all right. This must be the place. It's definitely away from prying eyes. Relegated to the shadows. A kingdom of my own. At least I won't be sleeping in a coffin. William Bishop's blood is much more unstable than human blood and shows extensive... The sun is about to rise. I can feel it. I'll continue tomorrow night. I have so much time now. The flower's dying. It needs water.
Okay. Vamos a descansar. Gran sed. Ok. 300 puntos.
If I'm to stay here and until my research is complete. I'd better learn to hide my true nature from the mortals. But what about... my thirst for blood? Yes, Nurse Crane? How can I help?
I'm so sorry. I know Dr. Swansea wanted you to rest, but we have somewhat of a crisis.
A crisis, you say?
Our supply of antiseptics is nearly depleted. I was hoping there was another box up here, but...
What type of hospital?
You have been away too long, Doctor. With the war and now this epidemic, supplies have been running scarce for months now.
I may have a solution. In France, during the war, drugs shortage was a daily problem, and we had to use our wits to overcome the shortages.
However do you mean?
If combined correctly, certain household chemical products can be used in a pinch instead. Now, where's the hospital storeroom?
The storeroom? Fat chance. This is the Pembroke, and space is luxury we don't have. Everything used to be stored in the old morgue.
Perhaps I should look there first. Where is this morgue?
It's the large building behind the hospital. You'll need to go in the back door because it's been sealed off for sanitary reasons. Take this key. It opens a small back entrance at the end of a narrow street.
The abandoned morgue behind the hospital. A small door at the end of a narrow street. On my way then. Thank you.
Okay. Vamos a ver qué hay arriba. Nada. Muerte.
So, Mr. Hooks and Nurse Hawkins are an item. Those two have hidden their affections well.
No hay nada aquí. Tarda mucho en cargar. No, me salí, carajo. Perdón. Es que era del otro lado y yo me equivoqué.
It's locked, all right.
Behavior is similar to the infected William Bishop. Must be the same strain. This sickness moves faster than influenza. Balls of Mars, fortifiers. As popular as they are ineffective. But they do contain iron tartrate, and that might prove itself useful. This key will surely grant me access to the basement. It's locked.
Okay.
These skulls feed from corpses and the husks of animals. They're not after blood.
Okay.
Mr. Connor's injuries don't match the report. I'd better look into this. It's locked, all right. These skulls can be so ferocious. I'm not sure I can defeat them without becoming stronger. To drink blood is so tempting.
Sodium hypochlorite. Dangerous to administer, but efficient in the proper dosage.
Good evening, Milton.
Good evening, Doctor. Still trying to save lives?
I have some good news.
What?
I retrieved your wallet. With all the...
Well, yeah, Pippa Hawkins is my girl. So what? Is it the difference of skin colour that bothers you?
Not at all, Milton.
Good. Please, take this money anyway. To remind you to keep your mouth shut. Not everybody is as broad-minded as you, Dr. Reed.
What's going on between...
Pippa's tired. Tired of all this shit. Tired of all those corpses piling up. She's as depressed as I am.
During the war, I witnessed...
Maybe you're right. But we support each other. And that's all that matters.
You do...
Come on, Dr. Reed. Do you know how many rules are broken in this hospital every day just to keep it running? There's nothing wrong with what we're doing.
Do you know that Naz...
That's not a surprise. We've talked about it already.
Does it not bother you?
Sometimes I think she may be right.
Goodbye, Milton.
This is no time for self-pity. It is the last thing I
Finally, you've returned.
Yes, nurse.
You've worked your first...
Duty calls?
Many thanks, Doctor.
Good evening, Doctor. How...
Goodbye, Mrs. Goswick. Good evening, Mr.
I'm okay.
How painful.
So painful.
Admit it.
Yes, it's true.
All right, then. This is the first time we've really shared information about your case. Shall we call this program?
Call it what you want.
You can...
I guess I should thank you, then.
Can I help you?
I wrote a letter for my mother. She was supposed to read it after my death.
I see.
Yes. And
Tell me about it.
I don't want...
Do you need any help?
I'm afraid I may, sir.
You are not a burden.
And you have my
I have to go now, sir.
Bueno, hasta aquí vamos a dejar el streaming del día de hoy, amigos. Muchas gracias y cuídense mucho. Nos vemos la próxima.